So I'm now in my retirement days, after I've spent 32 years as a firefighter, and I love to travel the world. Anyways, one day when I was 22, I was traveling in Europe for a summer, and I was in Germany for a couple of days. Germany is such a fascinating place. But anyways, I was in this village called Cochem. I was staying there with some friends and my soon-to-be wife. Well, we were eating at this pub, and I stepped outside to smoke my pipe that I had bought when I was in Scotland. I still remember this story clear as day. At that time, it was almost dark, and I had just started getting my tobacco ready. I then walked around the building to the back, puffing as I went, when I saw a glow coming from a wooded area, and I decided to walk towards it, which was my first mistake. I then noticed it was a bonfire that someone had made, with logs tied with a twine-like rope made into a square, one on top of each other. I was already seen by a man with a big bushy beard and mid-length hair who had a brown cloak on with a hood. He did not say anything to me, but knowing that I was already seen, knowing it would be kind of awkward to go back at this point, I just stood next to him by the fire puffing my pipe. I then said hello, but of course, he did not know English. My second mistake. He then said something in German, and I caught the end of it, knowing very little, but what I was taught there, all I caught was the word back. He then started walking off. I, too, should have taken that time to walk away, but my curiosity got the better of me. I waited until he returned with a man who had a black beard and was bald. He spoke English and asked me if I was here to undergo the joining. Whatever that meant, I thought to myself. But I kindly declined, and he said, "Well, you're here, so I really can't let you leave without knowing who exactly you are." The guy next to him with the brown beard then said something in German, and the guy with the black beard then asked me for some identification. Me, being the worrywart that I am, thought it was a scam, so I just said that I'd be on my way. The black-bearded guy said no once more, and told me that I could not leave until he knew for sure I'd forget everything I saw set up here. To me, I was confused at first, and then I looked around because at first I only saw the bonfire, but it was then I noticed all the different skulls hanging around, ranging from human skulls to cow skulls. I was then officially freaked out, and then basically agreed to the threat and ran away like a pussy. After that night, I felt like I was watched for the rest of my time in that village, and I decided it was time to move on from the village when we were supposed to stay for another day. This was the creepiest moment of my life, and I do believe it was a secret society.